We are counting down the 8 most legendary World War II warships that still lie somewhere in the deep, undiscovered, unfilmed, and lost beyond sonar range. Still missing. From giant aircraft carriers that vanished during covert night missions to battleships sunk in the chaos of open ocean. Each entry survived decades as both a war grave and a missing piece of history. These ships made the list for the scale of their mystery, whether it is a horizon-wide search box, a fatal puzzle hidden by submarine torpedoes, or debris fields that no camera has ever documented. Search box. We will rebuild last known positions, narrow the search box, and explain what the wreck could settle for historians and descendants. The ocean kept the evidence, and experts still argue over where to look next. Let us begin at number 8, with the largest carrier never found. On November 29, 1944, the largest aircraft carrier ever built at that time slipped beneath the waves off Japan. IJN Shinano was on her maiden voyage, shrouded in secrecy, when the American submarine USS Archerfish intercepted her near 31 degrees 57 minutes north, 137 degrees 46 minutes east. 4 torpedoes struck home. Within hours, 1,435 crew were lost, and survivors were isolated to prevent word of the disaster from spreading. The official position fix came only from the submarine's patrol log. Depths in the Izu-Ogasawara region plunged between 3,200 meters and 4,900 meters, and rumors that Shinano capsized before sinking create a search puzzle. An inverted hull can hide the carrier's identity from sonar, keeping the ocean's secret intact. On June 19, 1944, the fleet carrier Taihō joined the Battle of the Philippine Sea, leading Japan's newest carrier group north of Yap. A single torpedo from USS Albacore struck her starboard side, but the real disaster built slowly, hidden from view. Aviation fuel leaked into lower compartments, filling the ship with explosive vapors. Damage control teams struggled to contain the threat, but by midday a spark ignited the fumes. The resulting blast tore through Taihō's decks, sending fire and smoke through the hangar. Official logs from Task Force 58 recorded her last known position at 12 degrees 27 minutes north, 137 degrees 22 minutes east. Today, the wreck is believed to rest at depths near 5,100 meters. Only a deep-diving, remotely operated vehicle could confirm whether internal blast scars remain, and whether the hull lies upright or rolled, a forensic answer to the fuel vapor chain reaction that turned the air itself into the final weapon. On June 19, 1944, Shōkaku, a veteran of the Pearl Harbor attack and the Battle of the Coral Sea, sailed into the crosshairs of USS Kavala during the Battle of the Philippine Sea. Kavala's patrol report logged multiple torpedoes striking the carrier's port side, followed by secondary explosions as aviation fuel and ordnance ignited below decks. Shōkaku's design was meant to resist such punishment, but the sequence of hits overwhelmed her defenses. Survivors described the ship breaking apart as she lost power and listed heavily, suggesting a catastrophic structural failure rather than a slow, intact descent. The last known position places the wreck somewhere north of Yap, in waters reaching 4,400 to 5,300 meters deep. Debris field models predict that hull sections, flight deck fragments, and scattered machinery could be spread across several kilometers, complicating any search. Only a systematic, autonomous underwater vehicle side scan mosaic could map this wide field and reconstruct how Shōkaku truly broke up in her final moments. Shōkaku remains still missing. The ocean kept the evidence, and detailed survey work is the only path from last known position to a clear sonar image. Hiryū entered the Battle of the Philippine Sea as a converted carrier, her hull originally built for a different purpose and pressed into frontline service. On June 20, 1944, American carrier aircraft struck her north of Yap, igniting fires deep within the ship. Unlike the sudden destruction seen on other carriers, Hiryū's end came slowly. Flames crept through compartments, smoke filled the hangar, and progressive flooding left her crew fighting for hours just to keep the ship afloat. The last signals from Hiryū reported worsening fires and a gradual loss of power, not a single catastrophic blast. When she finally slipped beneath the surface, the breakup left little dramatic evidence. That fate scatters debris and complicates any future search. At depths between 3,800 and 4,600 meters, the wreck likely lies fragmented, with aircraft pieces and deck structures dispersed by deep currents. Modern synthetic aperture sonar could help trace these subtle clues. The challenge remains. The evidence of Hiryū's slow death is diffuse, spread thin across the abyss, and easy to miss without a targeted, high-resolution search. On October 25, 1944, Zuikaku sailed as the last survivor of the original Pearl Harbor attack force, now pressed into a decoy role off Cape Engano. Task Force 38 strike logs recorded wave after wave of American carrier aircraft descending on her position at roughly 16 degrees 28 minutes north, 126 degrees 55 minutes east. Bombs and torpedoes struck in rapid succession, tearing open the armored flight deck and flooding the lower compartments. Crewmen painted fresh identification markers across the flight deck that morning, hoping to guide returning aircraft. But by afternoon, those same deck markings vanished beneath smoke and fire. As Zuikaku rolled and slipped beneath the surface, the symbolic end of Japan's carrier fleet was sealed. The ocean floor at depths between 2,600 and 3,900 meters northeast of Luzon holds her remains, but no modern survey has confirmed the site. Storms, shifting currents, and the sheer scale of the Cape Engano search zone have kept the evidence hidden, leaving the fate of the last Pearl Harbor carrier still unresolved beneath the abyss. Zuihō, the smallest fleet carrier lost at Cape Engano, slipped beneath the waves on October 25, 1944, just hours after Zuikaku. Her modest size, 205 meters in length and with 18,000 tons displacement, offered little margin for survival once American carrier aircraft found her. Task Force 38 strike reports describe bomb hits igniting fires across the flight deck, followed by torpedoes breaching the hull below the waterline. Unlike her larger counterpart, Zuihō's stability vanished quickly. Survivors recalled a sudden list and rapid capsize, the ship rolling over in minutes rather than lingering through progressive flooding. The last known position, northeast of Luzon, places her in waters between 3,100 and 3,700 meters deep, a zone where debris is expected to cluster tightly rather than scatter. Forensic analysis of a future wreck could separate bomb cratering from torpedo rupture, revealing which weapon proved fatal to a small carrier. Zuihō is still missing. In a search box crowded with other lost ships, Zuihō's compact debris field and hull dimensions would be key to a positive identification. On October 25, 1944, two near-identical carriers, Chitose and Chiyoda, vanished within hours of each other at Cape Engano. Both began as seaplane tenders, then underwent rushed conversions with wooden flight decks, new elevators, and bulging hulls to support aircraft operations. Their final moments unfolded in the same chaotic battle, with American carrier aircraft and surface gunfire converging on their positions. The last known coordinates for Chiyoda are 18 degrees 37 minutes north, 126 degrees 45 minutes east, but the search zone stretches wide as Chitose's sinking position remains less certain. This overlapping loss creates a unique identification challenge. Debris from both ships likely blankets the same abyssal plain at depths between 2,900 and 3,800 meters. Without intact hull numbers or clear superstructure, only minute differences such as catapult mounts or traces of Chiyoda's midget submarine stowage can distinguish one from the other. In these conditions, high-resolution photogrammetry becomes essential. Only a detailed three-dimensional survey could match scattered fragments to original retrofit blueprints, separating twin histories from a single debris field. Until such technology is deployed here, the ocean keeps their identities entangled, leaving the fate of both ships unresolved. November 21, 1944. The battleship Kongō, once the pride of Japan's fast fleet, entered the Taiwan Strait under cover of darkness, escorted by destroyers Hamikaze and Isokaze. At 0300 hours, USS Sealion made radar contact and fired 9 torpedoes at the Japanese column, 6 aimed at Kongō herself. The attack struck home. At least 2 torpedoes tore into Kongō's port side, flooding boiler rooms and triggering a 15-degree list. Despite the damage, Kongō pressed on at reduced speed, engines pounding against the rising water and heavy seas. By dawn, the list had worsened. Damage control teams worked below deck, sealing bulkheads and counterflooding to buy time. The ship's course veered north toward Keelung, but the Kuroshio current running strong through the Formosa Strait threatened to drag her off track. At 0520 hours, Kongō lost all headway. Just minutes later, the list reached 45 degrees. The forward magazines detonated in a violent blast, and the battleship rolled and vanished beneath the surface. Over 800 men were lost in seconds. Survivors clung to rafts as the destroyers circled in the gale. The last known position, around 26 degrees 14 minutes north, 121 degrees 10 minutes east, remains disputed. Sealion's patrol log and Imperial Japanese Navy escort reports diverge, each tracing a different sinking track. Oceanographers studying the region point to shifting currents and deep water troughs, depths between 3,300 and 4,200 meters, where the hull could rest upright or inverted. Magnetometer sweeps have revealed nothing definitive. Until a side-scan sonar or an autonomous underwater vehicle survey pinpoints the wreck, the question lingers. Did Kongō capsize before the explosion? Or does she lie upright, a silent witness to the collapse of Japan's battleship era? The answer waits beneath the abysses, where the ocean keeps its evidence. Across all 8 missing warships, one fact stands out. The Pacific still keeps its secrets. Depth, distance, and wartime chaos make these wrecks both war graves and unresolved evidence. Finding them is not just discovery, it is restoring lost history. The ocean's silence remains the last witness.